Cérémonie des Césars, la comédienne répète au théâtre de Gennevilliers. Adèle Haenel a fait du chemin. À 25 ans, elle pourrait cette année être récompensée dans la catégorie meilleure actrice dans un second rôle.
C'est trop bien le meilleur second rôle. Le meilleur second rôle, c'est le grand bain.
Des débuts prometteurs dans La naissance des pieuvres, un passage remarqué chez Bertrand Bonello. Et c'est Catel Quillet-Verret qui lui offre un nouveau ligne de bois. Elle mettra une robe parce que c'est une question de respect, dit-elle. La comédienne n'a pas encore préparé de discours, mais compte bien le faire d'ici vendredi. En attendant, on lui souhaite
de ne pas gaffer, je pense. Voilà. Puis d'être le plus calme possible. Voilà, je dirais que c'est ça.
C'est ça, ça raconte un rapport de force qui est sous-jacent entre les trois pour savoir lequel ou laquelle imposera le discours qui sera... Donc, on joue All Times d'Harold Pinter. C'est une pièce de théâtre. Et en fait, ça se passe pas du tout comme on pouvait l'imaginer, voilà. À toi.
Bah non, c'était très bien résumé. Des histoires qui viennent troubler un peu la vue en fait. Enfin, vas-y toi.
Non, continue, t'étais très bien parti. De réadapter cette histoire pour que ça ait l'air d'un truc qui tient debout parce qu'on n'arrête pas de la raconter.
C'est ça.
Ça va, un peu stressé.
Je me doute. Racontez-nous, quelles premières impressions vous avez eues de ce personnage? Moi, j'ai été très marquée par son côté très intérieur. Elle explose pas.
Stick et donc qui écoute quoi.
Comment est-ce que vous avez été dirigé par Luc et Jean-Pierre Dardenne? Comment est-ce que vous avez travaillé avec Luc et Jean-Pierre Dardenne?
Sur elle. Et j'ai plutôt tendance à envoyer plus quoi. Mais c'est très bien parce que finalement les racines sont les mêmes.
Merci beaucoup et bravo à vous. Et je vous souhaite une très belle soirée, Adèle Haenel. Absolument magnifique. Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. Jérémy Rénier-Vous de la Palme d'Or en 99 pour Rosetta. Ils étaient revenus en 2002 avec le fils, puis avec l'enfant en 2005. Nouvelle Palme d'Or. Ils avaient participé à l'équipe, à commencer par Adèle Haenel, la grande Adèle.
Jeune,
Oui.
parce que pour elle, elle est ébranlée, parce qu'il lui a...
On est avec elle à chaque instant, à chaque seconde.
Voilà, c'est une... Adèle est quelqu'un de formidable pour travailler, parce qu'elle a beaucoup dans le travail et de ne pas se figer, quoi. Et je pense que c'est bien, parce qu'elle a pu...
Bonjour Adèle Haenel.
Bonjour.
C'est donc la fille inconnue, le nouveau
Bah oui, carrément, ouais. Non, j'ai l'habitude, je fais ça tous les jours. Non, non, c'est super, je suis très contente d'être là.
Well, congratulations. And I just would love to know, this is your first film in 5 years. What inspired you to do the story, and why the 18th century?
Well, and why the 18th century? Well, throughout Europe, and especially in France. And it's a reality that I was ignorant of because they were erased from art history.
What did you think when you first read the screenplay?
Well, I thought this is a great script, and I was right because it won Best Screenplay in Cannes, so I felt, oh, okay. No. When I finished the script, I thought this is a great sign of confidence that Céline, of what? Of trust, sorry. She's telling me everything I should say, you know. I'm kind of a muppet. So,
but you trust me?
No, I choose it. No, and
You know, Marianne is in every scene of the movie.
Wow, this is something I never read, something I haven't been told. And this power of this love story also was already like so much alive in this screenplay, like in the script. All the details, it was like a huge promise, and I was so exciting when I first read it. And when I first get an approach with Marianne, I felt she was so alive already. She was so modern, and so I was excited to meet her for an audition.
You know, this is a love story that's told step by step.
For instance, I knew that they wouldn't smile at each other before an hour and 20 minutes. And you have to resist the fact that you could, you know, try to make them smile before. And everybody's kind of telling you, oh, they're kind of moody. They could smile at each other. And it's about, no. It's how we feel when we fall in love. We patiently hope that it's mutual.
You have a story like this, you know, the chemistry is so important. Without the chemistry,
well, I'm getting lost now. So, tu veux pas reprendre?
So the first time I met Adele was at this audition, and the first thing I remember that I was really scary because I knew who was scared. I know that she was a really intense actress that I admire a lot, and I was like, how is she in real life? Because you can be always surprised, and it was a good surprise because she came and she was jumping towards me like, hello, and I'm Adele, and it was so like easy, and so then I felt like, okay, it's this work with Adele and Céline, it's gonna be easy, gonna be like a safe zone, and that was like that during the whole process of shooting. And, you know, we love to work, I think, and love to have fun too. So it was a good mix.
You know, this movie is about many things. I mean, it's a love story, and it's a beautiful love story by any measure. In terms of the rehearsal, the preparation,
That was a big part of the preparation was destroy. But no, what I did is observe a lot at the gaze of the painter, the gaze of the artist, because I kind of...
So we have a love dialogue and a creative dialogue that doesn't rely on the dynamic, on the usual power dynamic that we used to, which is the dynamic of conflict. So yeah, that's what equality is in the film.
You talk about the love scenes being erotic. Where did you find this place to film this?
You mean?
The location.
Oh, I thought the sex scene.
No, well, the whole movie. Where did you find the location?
We're going to only talk about the sex scene.
I'm actually going bigger than that. I'm going for the whole island, you know.
So yeah,
beach.
The whole, all the exteriors are shot in Brittany.
Consentment, and so, as she say, full of surprises and full of proposition.
I'm sure you get asked this all the time.
And I never answer.
What was it like? First of all, how many times did you shoot it? And what was it like for you to film that? Was the music playing while you were filming it so you could react to it? Tell us about how you filmed that very last scene.
Well, it's kind of a secret.
Now we did only 3 takes,
But just 1 or 2 were sharp because we had like a big technical problem because there are very few lights, and anyway the focus is very hard to do in this scene, so I had to be very focused myself all day long, so we could when the 3 minutes are there, you have to be there. I think I prefer not to say what was happening while we were shooting this scene, just because it belongs to you.
Yeah.
It just did. Okay, thank you. You look at the film, but the film is also looking at you. I hope that you feel looked at by the film. And in the end, I want you to leave the room thinking about yourself and also your love for cinema.
What Rotten Tomatoes is? All right. Okay. Yeah. It's a big deal here. I mean, it's a little overrated. Sorry, Rotten Tomatoes. But how proud are you that the film has been so embraced? Who wants to take first?
Well, we are proud. I mean, for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
but what Céline says, I think it's what matters the most. I think
Patriarchal culture, the male gaze, and I was not even noticing it before I wrote this script, and I read this script, and I shoot this movie, and I.
So please, right? Spread the word. And ladies and gentlemen, so when you see a film like this and you love a film like this, you want to spread the word. So how do you do that, right? Social media, So go on Twitter, go on Instagram, go on Facebook. You in the back, if you're still using MySpace, totally cool. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
C'est quand même une catégorie, il y avait des actrices hallucinantes. De gagner entre guillemets, parce qu'il y a quand même une compétition, c'était quelque chose auquel vous vous attendiez?
c'est bizarre. Enfin bon, c'est très bien.
Et gagner pour ce film en plus, qui est quand même un film particulier, c'est un premier film. Thomas, il y a Kevin aussi qui a eu le prix, c'est très important. Où est-ce que vous avez eu le prix?
Je pense que je vais le donner à mes parents. Je ne vais pas le garder chez moi, ça c'est sûr. Voilà.
Dont cette jeune Adèle Haenel qui a reçu le César récemment pour Suzanne. Film de Catel qui les verrait.
Ouais, et qui était... Voilà un film qui revient donc sur l'affaire dite Leroux, qui reste une énigme.
D'accord, ok.
Allez, on va...
Pardon.
Merci, je reviens tout à l'heure. Merci. Merci, au revoir.
Je pense que en fait l'humour dans le film n'est pas la première mois par an dans un camp de vacances, et voilà, c'est ça mon horizon, quoi. Et voilà, et moral, quoi, j'ai l'impression.
Ouais, c'est ça, c'est pas du tout une...
Et si je peux rajouter un truc aussi, pardon, du coup, par rapport justement aux propres nullités, je sais pas comment dire, il y a un endroit où on sait qu'on est... Voilà, qu'on va pas forcément marquer l'histoire, etc. Mais on a notre art d'en rire, c'est déjà ça, quoi. C'est bien aussi.
When best script at the Cannes Festival, so my first impression was the script was good, and anyway, there was a sign of confidence from Céline. It was of trust. Sorry, I make such a French mistakes. So, well.
I wonder if you would tell about your reaction when you first read the script and how it moved you.
So yeah, I thought it was a good script as
In the Cannes Film Festival as well.
And what?
In the Cannes Film Festival as well.
Yeah. No, I was. As Celine said, you know, it's like there's the story of women. We miss a lot of things, like the abortion scene. I never see that. So and this love story and feeling of really. So it was so intense because of these details, the looks, the breathe, everything was already here, and I was, you know, feeling it, and that was really strong.
Great, that was great. Well, you touched on so many things that I was going to ask, so I will go that way. Not to go into it too quickly, but you know, obviously this is a love story, but this is also a story about female solidarity, and I really love the relationship between your characters and Sophie. So beautiful how it's as though she's aware of this affair that's happening and is just allowing that.
For women artists, women painter, there were hundreds of them throughout Europe, France, and getting better. And actually, when I not discovered because I was ignorant, when I learned like we have opportunities and then we have backlash, that we're living in a moment where we have opportunity, but missing because of women not being able to express themselves. Of course, beautiful pieces of art. The transmission of our intimacy, because that's what's happening when there is no art. We are missing the transmission of not only our history, but our intimacies. We don't have the book that tells about the heart.
I mean, I did some portraits of Adele, but it was more like Beckham, Picasso. Because before the shooting, I spent time with Hélène and Céline and observing her a lot, and try to catch the gaze of the painter, I would say. You know, the gaze on the model, the gaze on the canvas, and then the rhythm of the, you know, the step.
I mean, she's in a very worse position, I think. So it's okay. It's about reclaiming the queer narrative, the lesbian narrative, but in the fact that she doesn't even know. I mean, well, anyway, what I mean, the way.
Right. Well, there's also so much. There's a lot of humor, and it's really loving and sweet. So I appreciate that piece of the film as well. Noémie, I wonder if you could speak a little bit about working with Adele and how you kind of form a working bond.
But she said a lot, like it was like that. It was I was a lot observing her, like who is this? Like I knew Adele on screen, and she was really impressing me as an actress. And for me, she was really. I had this feeling that she was really intense. And she is. And so on set, since the beginning, I was really like observing her as Marianne, and I was okay. Who is this curious bird, you know? And she was, yeah, bird because because of the big cape, you know. But she was seeing the cape like as a. Comment tu dis
emperor.
Yeah, for her it was bird. I was serious, and she was into the Star Wars kind of thing. We were discovering each other like that, like we had two different like imagination, and it was like a lot of fun. And yeah, this time as I said, everything was written, all the details, like the looks, the breathing, the gesture, like, but each time we were finding our freedom in this, because each time I knew that she was looking at me, she will look at me, but I never knew how. And so it was really funny to, okay, wow, okay, I didn't expect this, so it was, you know, this kind of.
Thank you. That was great. So I know that a lot of people have, well, you mentioned, we've all talked about the gaze several times already, and over the past few years, the kind of search to define the female gaze has been on counter to the male gaze, which was defined in the 70s. In my humble opinion, this film comes closer than any narrative film I've ever seen. And I think you do that.
So now we can go on something else.
But when I spoke with you, you know, we talked.
It's cool. I think if I do that, suddenly you're gonna go, ooh. What is she doing in front of us? So, I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. How do you always find new jokes? It's crazy. Especially here. So it's yeah, it's about building new art. So yeah, I think you should also see it. You know, it's not a duty. It's of course it's a responsibility, but it's not. We're campaigning. I mean, campaigning for cinema is campaigning for representation. This is all great opportunity for campaigning for art, new forms, new emotions, and new society. Because it's, you know. And also, I'm kind of feminist myself, so I just it's cool to say that and to be like, what? It's not happening by us. So thank you for that. No, well.
I want to thank Céline, Noémie, and Adèle for being here, and thank you to all of you.
Il a mis un peu ses névroses dans ce film. Faire un plein de bagnoles, partir 900 km, s'arrêter là où ça s'arrête, et puis voir ce qui se passe.
On se parle tous tout seul, même si c'est interne, on est tous givrés en fait, puisqu'on se parle à soi-même tout le temps. Non mais c'est vrai, on rigole de ce mec, mais en fait...
Entre les deux personnages, mais si je me trompe, dans le scénario il y avait quand même ça. Et du coup moi j'ai enlevé et je me suis dit qu'il fallait mieux qu'elle soit folle, complètement. Voilà, c'est ça que j'ai fait.
Pardon, ce qui est drôle, c'est qu'elle a juste changé ce qu'il y a dans...
J'ai l'impression qu'on l'a fait assez vite dans les prises. Que du coup c'était assez instinctif, comment l'énergie elle s'est changée entre Jean et moi, etc. Et ça a vraiment, pour moi, mon sentiment du film.
It's just that as a kid I had a deerskin jacket that I loved and it was stolen from me. So, but for this film, it was pretty random at first for me to choose the deerskin. But then I found out that there was a theme there to make a grotesque film about a big guy going into a small jacket, but then it developed into something more.
On a un peu circulé, on a exploré tout un tas de trucs dans ce dialogue, en fait, dans les intentions, dans les
budget was 3 million euros, and the filming was for 5 weeks, but we were pretty much filming non-stop. I wrote originally.
I'm going to start really easy, I hope. So I saw for being here, and thank you to all of you.
On va pas s'énerver en live à la télé. Vous allez dégager, ouais. Et sinon, non, non mais du coup je reprends.
Ça aide à rentrer dans le personnage et c'est vrai que là, le corset, le poids des robes, parce que c'est quand même assez lourd.
Et je suis bien placée pour le dire que grâce à Un peuple sur moi, les femmes ont beaucoup participé. Et en fait, ce sont juste à l'ordre, en fait.
Toutes ces femmes peintres, il y a eu une ébullition, mais elles ne sont jamais rentrées dans l'histoire, parce qu'on a fait en sorte qu'elles n'y rentrent pas.
Qui a passé sous le silence, mais les femmes font partie de toutes les révolutions, en fait. Tout le temps.
De toute la vie, hein, en général. Je veux dire, les femmes n'ont jamais été exclues ni de la pensée, ni de...
Oui.
Vraiment, il faudrait trier fort, quoi. Et peut-être une femme, non, à droite.
Même bon, voilà.
C'était pas mal. C'était très beau.
De justifier un... Attention, c'est parti.
Le mot de l'histoire, que quand on les traverse produisent vraiment des choses tout à fait, des résonances tout à fait profondes. On est, hein?
Bah, on devient un peu pro dans les interviews.
Non, mais là, je veux dire, on est bien entraîné depuis ce matin. Non, ce que je voulais dire, c'est que, non, par exemple, qui résonne bien avec aujourd'hui, je trouve que, encore une fois, le pouvoir, la parole est aussi.
Pardon, c'est trop. Je descends un peu. Je suis hyper amant. Dis-moi. Écoute ce que tu allez.
Le pouvoir, la.
Let's welcome to the stage actress Delaney Berlant. And winner of the Best Screenplay Prize from the Cannes Film Festival. Please welcome writer, director Celine Sciamma. Well, first of all, congratulations, and I just would love to know, this is your first film in 5 years. What inspired you to do the story, and why the 18th century?
Well, what inspired me to do this story that hadn't been told yet, mostly. And what inspired me was to be inspiring. Hopefully.